Hello, folks. Well, it seems a couple days ago I made a video about the mistake I made at the range, screwed up my score and all that. But anyways, so I showed you how I have to have punch lists. And a couple of people were like, well, we'd like to know what those punch lists are. So that's what this video is. I'm going to go over some punch lists I have, show them to you, on the computer screen that. And also let you in on an app that I use for the iPhone that is the best list app that I have ever found, and I have tried dozens. Stay tuned, let's get into it. Okay, here's that list I was showing on the last video I made about checking everything because I didn't, and that's how I blew my match. So I made up this punch list and I printed it and I laminated it and I've got it hanging on my front rest. I guess we could go over what they need. This may not pertain to you. It may. I'm not sure. So the first thing I want to do when I get to the bench is I check that the bench is level. Okay? It's not sitting up higher in this corner or that corner. You would be amazed how these people adjust these benches and just leave them like that then. They're rocking back and forth. I don't know. So I check that first, make sure it's solid, that all 4 feet are touching down at the same time. And I check the height of it. Some people screw the wheels all the way in, screw the wheels all the way out. What I mean by wheels are the legs to adjust them up and down. I'm sorry, I should have made that clear. So the first thing I'm going to do is place my front and rear bag with the correct distance between them. Now I put my bag all the way at the back of the rest towards me at the edge, my rear bag. And then I place the front one and I've got a little measuring string on it where it goes. So I know the distance between them is right, for the way my rifle balances. Then I slide the rear bag away and I line up the front rest with the target the best that I can, eyeing it up. I wish I could put something on there where I could really target in, but I just got to do it by eye. This one, number 4, tighten the rear ears. Those are the ears on the rear bag. I compress them together. I just slap them from the sides to, press them together. Then I mount the rifle and I do it again, make sure the rear ears are gripping real good. Boy, try to say that 10 times fast. Then I attach my send it level. I used to keep this attached, and I found my rifle laying at the bottom of the steps when I had it at the top of the steps one day. It didn't break it, but it was a little loose, so that's going to be attached separately now. Okay, then I tighten the front bag on the stock. This is the big thing I forgot at the first match. Make sure it's tight and then still sliding through, but you don't want it too loose where it just wobbles all around there, which is pretty much how mine was. Then I line it all up, check level again, give it a final check. It's very important that you're lined up. Then I'll check my scope elevation and windage. I don't know where it was set at last time. I want to make sure that I'm good for however far I'm shooting. And then remember to square up with the rifle in the bench. For me, I'm behind the rifle, so I want my shoulders in that rifle to be like a T shape, squared up, perpendicular. So that's that. Let's get to the next thing I got for you. Okay, so this document, this is an ample number spreadsheet, which to you Microsoft guys would be Excel, obviously. This sheet here is really going to go deep into my anal and record keeping problem I have. So this is one sheet. And you know, with the spreadsheet, you can add all kinds of sheets. So if you look up here, this first sheet is the times fired. I keep track of this so I know when my barrel's getting towards its end. The barrel I'm shooting with right now, it's got 2023 rounds on it. So I'm going to have to like change zoom size every time I go to this now. Now this is for when I'm reloading. This is the steps. Let me get this bigger so I can show you here. Let's see if we go to 300%. Yeah. So these are the steps I follow when I'm reloading. First of all, I log, like if I know I'm going to reload 100 bullets, I have another sheet, obviously, it's called in stock. I'll log how many bullets I'm going to use, how much powder I'm going to use, how many primers I'm going to use, so I can just at a glance look at that and know when I'm getting short on. So, and then here are my steps. Now these are all, this reloading steps is on the website, hitthexreloads.com, under the file downloads tab, I think it's called, and you'll find it there. This is reloading steps. I may have called it something on there, but it's in both Apple numbers and Microsoft Excel. So that was box 2. Here's for box 1. Here's was the development brass. Now here's, I keep my amp annealer codes. So when I anneal my brass, I know what code I should be using. Important measurements. These are just a bunch of measurements. I mean, this is stuff you're going to write down and it's going to get lost somewhere. You're going to forget it, whatever. You know, this is all one file, just a bunch of different sheets. Then maintenance, things I've done. I don't know, let's see. I crowned the barrel on September 27th. September 22nd, 2000, I changed the firing spring. Averaging calculators. Oh, there's the 100 average. Headspace sizing, primer seating depth, bushing, expander sizing. These are the tables that I'm almost yes, I gave you these. I did give you these tables. Torque specs for things like my barrel, my scope tubes, modular sizing die, SAC Infinity die, the things that here's the one for in stock. Let me show you here. It's a little bigger now. So this is approximate. You know, this is what I got in pounds in Hodgdon Varget. Let's see, January 8th, 2026. Yeah, I don't even keep track of this anymore because it's not that accurate. But these are the primers I've got. These are the bullets I've got. Here's the brass I'm using. I believe it or not, I look at this stuff daily whenever I'm down there reloading because there's just so much stuff to do. So that is, I highly suggest using spreadsheets for stuff like that, because it's just so good, and it's where it is. So that's another this here is lists within lists, because there's different sheets. You can add sheets, change them, move along. You can slide this over here, this over there. You know how spreadsheets work. They're my favorite. All right, let's see. What can I show you next? Okay, so I wanted to tell you about an app that I have. I'm screen recording now on my iPhone. This is the first time I ever did this. I hope it works out all right. There's an app here called Paperless. Actually, it's Paperless Plus. They got a Paperless Lite, which is free, which is, you're going to get what you get for free. But the Paperless Plus lets you create lists, okay? So here's one that I have for the range to remind me of things I need to bring. I don't know about you, but there are many times I got to the range, oh shit, I forgot, blah, 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 blah. So I have a bunch of things here. And what I like about this, if I'm going down this list, I can check something and it goes to the bottom. Okay? So when I get back, as I'm taking the stuff off or something, if I need to, if it's a couple of things I can remember, I can uncheck it and it goes back into the top of the list. Okay? That's what I really like about this. But this syncs with Dropbox if you wanted to. The only thing that I've tried to get this guy who developed this app so many times to make a web app for it, you know, an online app, but there isn't. But material list, like this is me for work. So I've got thousands of materials in here. And you can up if you bring it down all the way, you'll see there's a search box here. So say I'm looking for lock nuts. There we go. 4-inch lock nuts, 2-inch, half-inch, 3/4. You know, chase nipples and lock nuts. It'll bring that up. I've tried so many list apps, and this just works, and it syncs with Dropbox. You can back it up in case you lose lists. All kinds of things, that come along with Dropbox. You can select, these icons on the side if you want, but, Mac products I own. Oh boy, that's a lot of them. Yeah, there are a lot of them. So anyways, I really like this list. It's called Paperless Plus. The plus symbol. That's how you would look it up. Alrighty, now I gotta figure out how to turn this off. The recording. Oh, there we go. Well, I hope that helped you out there, the guys that were looking to see what these lists are all about. I've got plenty of them, let me tell you. Spreadsheets are my hero. Okay, we'll see you on the next video. Thank you. If you liked or learned something from this video, please hit the like button. And please also hit the subscribe button and the notifications to be notified of all my new videos. This QR code will take you to my website store where I sell the brackets, t-shirts, and basically anything else that I don't use anymore. You never know what's going to be there, so check often. There is also a wealth of information there. Thank you for watching.